What's up, guys? First of all, I want to say thank you, or just, I don't know. It was so much fun in the chat room today. So again, thank you for that. Also, thank you that was the first live stream. We hit over 100 likes during the live stream. So that was also kind of a cool milestone, or just, I don't know, it was cool. Today, it was a slower day in the market. It wasn't like explosions left and right, huge breakouts left and right, but we waited for the right setups and we got aggressive when it mattered. We cut our losses when things didn't work out. We ended the day up about 10% based on our average position sizes. And I want to talk a little bit more about the average position sizes. I want to talk more about being a trader and being able to like flip a coin and still being able to be profitable with a 50-50 win-loss ratio, because cutting your losses quickly and letting your wins run as long as possible. So today on the chart, you guys are going to see that very, very well, and why it's so important to be able to have more trades. So today, my first trade was a small winner. My second trade was a bit better of a winner. My third trade was a loser, and I was getting close to only being up about 1 or 2% on the day. And then my fourth trade was the winner, the big one that kind of made the day worthwhile in terms of profit and loss, I guess you could say. So with the small count challenge and being limited on the amount of trades because of the pattern day trader rule, so we have to move to a margin account, a cash account, really affects the whole psychology of day trading tremendously. And I have found that has been the hardest part about day trading a small account, is being limited on trades. And if you guys have been part of the challenge for even a week, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you are not part of the challenge, you want to learn about day trading, definitely 100% hit the subscribe button and the bell icon too. We go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. to trade the market open and first review the watch list, and the community is growing every day. It's just so much fun, learning a lot from everyone. I think it's a good circle, right? Can't wait to keep growing the challenge, and I can't wait till we're at $25,000 so we could have unlimited trades. And today, and I think I'm going to continue doing this, I want to stream a little bit longer because I want to get in the mindset of I have these unlimited trades. I am ready to do unlimited trading with like $10,000, $20,000 position sizes. So calling out these trades, even though I can't trade anymore because I'm out of trades on the day, really is breeding that kind of mindset. So yeah, and it's just good fun to see what you guys are trading and all that good stuff. All right, guys, let's go to the charts now. I'm going to elaborate onto all the points that we were already talking about in this little intro. I'm also going to show you near the end my trade journal so you guys can see my stats on the challenge. It's not all of my trades yet. I'm missing a few, I think, from the first month. I'll get all those added. So definitely make sure to stick around till the end of the video. Don't forget to leave a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. Yes, I'm going to tell you to subscribe again because you should if you want to learn more about day trading. Let's go to the charts now. Hey guys, welcome back to the stream. So kind of a cool little day today. It was a slower day in terms of open action. Our two main lead gappers didn't really have the explosion we were waiting for, but we ended the day not too bad. We got a nice little 86% account growth, which is nice because today on average, we're trading with $800 per position size, and that's not too bad for growing our account $86. That means we actually had an over 10% day based on our average position size. So our goal is to start trading at the end of this $25,000 challenge with $10,000 position sizes. So that means today would have been an $860 day doing nothing different. Right now, this whole challenge is obviously just about, growing that foundation. So by the time we are able to do unlimited trading, we'll be ready for it. So AMRH, let me quickly talk about this one first. Out of the gates, 250% pre-market. It was the lowest float stock today, which was sweet. It was a 2.5 million float, really nice. U.S. info tech service company doing a phase 2 CBD for brain cancer. And they're getting positive results. So kind of a unique catalyst, apparently a big catalyst that ran it up. The news came out a little bit late here. You can see about 9 o'clock, this thing starts ripping on out of here. So the two lead gappers, TENX and WWR, weren't really, they were nice, but they were starting to give me a little bit worried. So this one really came out of the gates and ended up being really the lead gapper on the day. And you can see here, based on everything under, I would say 200 million, this is the #1 small cap stock trading today. Oops, sorry about that. Need a little sip of water.
So huge move with tiny float. So this is really where the action is. This is what everyone was looking at. And since this is the gap and go challenge, I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get the gap and go trade. We broke higher here above 4.4. Really 4.5 is what I was looking at. We had a quick pullback and then a continuation. In these 3 minutes, probably more like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, maybe tops, we could have walked away with over 10%, maybe even 15%. So this was a nice move. I missed it. At no other point did I really feel comfortable trading this one until what we talked about yesterday in Recap's video happened. We had the 5-minute breakout. We had the 1-minute pullback. I entered, got a really okay entry at 27. Can't complain about that one. And then we started breaking higher here. It started looking weak as we had many attempts to break higher. So I eventually got out of this one. That was my indicator. I was using simple price action. I was like, not seeing what I want to see. I'm out of here. So I dipped this trade. Unfortunately, I wanted to get out at 83 or at least into 82 or 81. I placed some limit orders and I was having all sorts of weird TOS issues. The price went below. I had to stop. It went below my stop and it constantly was all over the place. It was really, really annoying. You can watch the recap video. Don't forget in the recap video, the first comment, I link to each of the trade entries. So you can go to the video. I know it's a long live stream, but you can just go to that one spot in the video and just view that one trade. So I hope you guys find value in that. I know I watch them all myself and I generally enjoy it and I've been getting pretty good feedback on it. But anyway, this is I was like, okay, I'm out of here because it's not having that continuation, right? Breakout or bailout. And after 10 o'clock, the breakouts do tend to be a little bit slower. So I'll give them maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, or let's say 3, 4, 5 attempts as opposed to 2, 3 attempts. Typically in the morning, because these breakouts happen very quickly in the morning. There's big volume here. So didn't hold, got out. A little disappointed that I left about 6 cents on the table per share, maybe even 7 cents. Based on I think their TOS issues. I don't know. It was a little bit weird. Again, watch the recap, but that was very unusual. My stop was lower and the price went down. I didn't get out. Tried to close the stop. It was glitchy all over the place. It was a little bit annoying. Anyway, on the live stream, we were talking about AMRH being the potential for a swing trade or at least an afternoon run. And the big reason for that is because it was holding its highs here so well. And right now we're having a little bit of a dip here. We have all the indicators kind of compiling in this area. This is just generally a really interesting zone. There's big resistance here at $4 though, so we really need to break above the $4. Right now it looks like we're pulling back again. Honestly, if we break back below 3.5, I'm going to be way more pessimistic on this stock. I'm still relatively bullish if we can break back above, or if we don't break under 3.6, I would say. Because this could be a higher low right here, and we could see a trend back to the upside. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't really see AMRH doing it. Again, it does have a hot catalyst, does have a low float, and I would say it has room to run to at least $7. And if it breaks 7, maybe it could even hit 10 or 11. That would be huge. I don't know if it's going to happen. We had some other gap days that didn't really perform too nicely. A lot of sell-offs here. Big gap day here that spiked higher than sold off very aggressively. So I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have it in it. But that's kind of what I was hoping for an afternoon trade with AMRH. Obviously, I'm out of trades with this account, so I'm not going to be doing it myself. But, I'm just constantly thinking, I have $25,000 in this challenge account. We've already reached the $25,000 mark. I can now trade unlimited. What would I do if I was in that position? So I'm just constantly thinking. And honestly, after 12 o'clock, I don't really want to be trading anyway. So I probably wouldn't trade it at all. But, I'm just, screen time, just, getting myself exposure. And WWR, this is a trade we had 3 attempts on. And this is kind of a really good example of cutting losses, why you want to cut your losses, and taking profits quickly. So WWR was our lead gapper on the day. It was up 200% pre-market, 5.5 million float, U.S. metal and mining company with study results from battery graphite simulation that seemed to go really well. Everything sounded pretty good, but pre-market, and right now it's pulling back over 50% from pre-market highs, from $6 basically to $3. So crazy. This is when I was nervous. We were pulling back over 30%, and I always say 30%, you don't want to be going long on a stock that's already pulling back more than 30% because it's showing big signs of weakness. Sometimes, not that you don't want to be going long, but just remember there's a weakness behind this stock. There's something not going right because it's pulling off from its highs. It's not holding its highs. And if a stock is not holding its highs, it's selling off. If it's selling off, it means it's bearish. It means there's more sellers than buyers and it's going down. So you just, you could buy the dips, but just, understand that you want to take profits quickly. So here, we had a nice little bounce here, about a 415 near $4, multi-month support and resistance, hoping we would get a little bit bigger bounce. We had a very weak bounce. I closed the position. That's simple. Here, another trade. We had a nice bounce on this one. I only got 10 cents a share on this. Again, I was waiting for a reversal, didn't get that. I'm not looking for, a 20, 30% trade. I'm looking though for like at least a 5 to 10% trade. On this one it worked, but I got shaken out. Here, I was like, okay, we formed somewhat of a base. Now we're breaking out with big volume. Maybe this can be a nice continuation towards VWAP. I entered this one, took a loss on this one. This was actually my biggest loss of the day on that trade. Here, eventually, this is when we were all in the live stream. We were kind of rooting for this one. This is a 15% move, kind of exciting. But again, just constantly selling off. Nothing that I would say is super unpredictable. I mean, WWR sold off all day, so it's going to probably keep on selling off, and I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow it was totally gone in terms of, interest, volume, and all that fun stuff. So, I mean, it's pretty much that simple. And a big thing today, guys, is the fact that I just had more trades available because I lowered my position size. So typically I trade with 3 trades a day, but if I do a pre-market trade like I did today, I make sure I can at least do 4 trades a day. And how do I do that? Since I have a cash account, and I started with about $3,000 this morning, I said, okay, well, typically I have $3,000 per trade, so I'm going to do $800 per trade, which will give me about, 4 trades. I actually had more like 3,200. So 8, 16, 24, 32, right? I can now make 4 trades. And AMRH was my last trade basically on the day. And this is the one, I made my money on. So as a trader, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about cutting your losers quickly, and it's about letting your winners run ideally as long as possible. And that way, as long as you have a positive P&L in terms of, or a positive, your winners are bigger than your losers, which for me, based on my stats, are my winners are about like 5.8%. My losers there's like 3 point something percent. So I cut my losses quickly, which is good. And statistically, my winners are more. Now, my average winning ratio right now in this challenge account isn't that great. It's like 5.6%. Actually, I could even pull it up. I'll go pretty quickly here. But the point is, you don't have to be you could be basically a coin toss trader where you're only right 50% of the time, but you're still profitable over the long run because your winning ratio is positive, or because you let your winners run longer. So that's a big takeaway for this challenge. Actually, here we go. So let me quickly pull this up for a quick second, and then I'll go ahead and wrap it up. For anyone that's wondering, this is TradeJournal.co, and finally the filters are now available, so you guys can filter your trades. This is looking a little bit choppy here because, the styling hasn't been done yet on this page. But so if I filter my trades just for the small count challenge, which is the only thing I'm really documenting it for, so it's not going to change too much. But you can see my winning ratio isn't too hot. It's only 55%. And that's because I'm learning a new strategy. That's because I'm learning breakouts. I'm really, this is a giant test for myself. Like, can I switch, or not switch, but can I add a new trading strategy? Because for my whole life, I've been more of a support line bounce trader, a reversal pivot trader, which works very well. And I've grown my accounts very nicely from that. But I wanted to take basically one more strategy into my arsenal, which is a bit more day trading oriented. And I think the gap and go is one of my favorite strategies because you only have to trade for like 30 minutes or an hour, or at most 2 hours a day. Today we traded for till 10:21 was my last trade. And I was watching pre-market a bit. So from like 9 to 10:21, that's like an hour and a half of trading. That's pretty amazing. And then you're done. So my winning ratio, it's at 55% right now, not too hot. Total losers, 42%, 43% roughly. We had 2 scratches, which basically means I closed out for the same as I got in. But here's the important part. So even if this was 50-50, even if I was just throwing darts basically at the chart, I would still be profitable because my average win is more than my average loss. And that's really important. That's why I'm really kind of intense about cutting my losses quickly. I mean, this right here is just proof that, you know, you can make a living off of day trading. It's very, very simple. It's a little bit slow right now because we're doing the challenge and we're being limited by all these things. I find the hardest part about trading is having artificial limits around your trades. It makes me insane. I ramble about it all the time, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore right now, but that's definitely the hardest part, I think, about trading, hands down. So yeah, it doesn't look good. AMRH is pulling back here. Who knows? There could be some news coming out about this. This does not look too healthy. I really thought that AMRH was going to have a bit of a reversal, but you know, right now it's really cracking some key support, so we got to watch out. It doesn't have a lot of sell volume though. The fact that the sell volume is very light kind of still makes me maybe overly optimistic about this one. I don't know. Either way, I'm not going to be touching it. If you're trading it, you always want to know your stops. I know I get a lot of comments. Alex, when should I get out of this stock? I don't know. Like, what do you want me to say? It's like, know what your risk is. I'm typically getting out when I'm trading stocks between $2 and $7. And let's say on average, my stock is $5. I'm getting out on a $5 stock, typically at a max stop of 40 cents. Ideally, I'll be getting out at 20 cents when I'm down 20 cents. So if it goes down quicker than that, and then I have like a hard stop at 10%. Like if I'm down 10% and I've already kind of cheated my way around a little bit, I'm getting out at 10%. So, I mean, that's very subjective. That's something you guys are going to have to work out on your own. But for me, I found that works. The 20 cents, the 40 cents, and then 10% really, you know, like that is like, I'm out of here. Like I've already overstayed my welcome 10,000 times. So that's my answer to that common question. I know you guys are going to be asking me, but it was a super fun day today, trading and just being here with you guys and the chat room. We hit over 100 likes, guys, today on the live stream. 105 likes. I've never seen that number before. So I really appreciate it. You know, this streaming is turned out to be much more than I ever expected it would be. So I really appreciate the community we have grown. You guys are good fun. So don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I would love to see you again. Join the challenge, join the community. You'll love it. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. I will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. I gotta take a breather. I gotta eat dinner. I'm on a fast right now, so it's been 24 hours almost exactly since I've ate last. So I can't wait for a little bit of a treat tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Till next time, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao, guys.